What's up? The Runnies here. I'm Mara.
And I'm Toni.
Today we're sharing the results of DexaScans and VO2 Max tests we got this month. These tests revealed some surprising insights about our fitness and performance. So let's break it all down.
Alright, we have divided our results in three categories: fat, muscle, and bone. There will be chart at the end summarizing all the values. But first, Mara, do you mind explaining a bit what a DexaScan is?
Sure. It's the gold standard for a detailed body composition analysis, which includes fat and lean muscle mass, bone mineral density, and an overall body score of your health. It's performed on a machine using a C-arm with an X-ray source that scans your body for around 7 minutes, as you can see here.
I had one done at the beginning of last year, so unlike Mara, I'll compare those results with my most recent ones, starting with fat. As you can see in this table, I have the 2024 and the 2025 data, and these results are in pounds. So as you can see, I went from 61 pounds of fat to 53 pounds of fat. So I lost 8 pounds of fat over the last year. And in terms of visceral fat, I went from 1.94 to 1.24. So I lost about 1.6 pounds of fat over the last year.
In my case, I have a total of 42 pounds of body fat, and as you can see here, it's distributed differently. Trunk 18.6, arms 4.60, and legs 16.7, and my visceral fat is 0.3.
Next, we have muscle. So as you can see here, I have about the same amount of muscle as last year. I went from 138 to 136 pounds of muscle, so I lost about 2 pounds. And my muscle mass is distributed mostly on my trunk, followed by my legs and then my arms.
For the muscle category, these are my results. A total of 87 pounds of lean mass, 44 in trunk, 8.5 in arms, and 26.8 in my legs. ALMI and FFMI stand for Appendicular Lean Mass Index and Fat-Free Mass Index, respectively. I got 6.03 and 15.7 on each.
Lastly, we have bone. So for bone, they use something called the T-score, which is a comparison of our bone density compared to someone about our same age and gender. It is measured in standard deviations, and last year I got a 3.0 and this year I got a 3.2, and those are great results. That means that my bones are stronger than about 95% of the population.
I was very surprised with my bone results. I got a T-score of 1.60 and a total of 5.4 pounds of bone in my entire body. And these are my BMD results.
The final portion of the DXA scan, we have the androgynoid or AG ratio, the total mass in pounds, and the final body score.
The AG ratio represents how your body fat is being stored proportionally across the body by comparing it to an apple or a pear. Those that are apple-shaped store more fat around the belly and midsection, while those who are more pear-shaped store it around their hips and thighs. The body score takes into account all the information we have shown, like a final grade in a subject at school, which makes it easier to track progress.
Overall, I have a total mass of 197 pounds, it's basically my weight, compared to last year 207. So total I lost 10 pounds, and I got an overall body score of B- this year, improved from the C+ of last year.
I got a B as a body score, 134 pounds total mass, and an AG ratio of 0.69.
Now let's talk about our VO2 Max. We really wanted to get this done because as long distance runners, oxygen metabolism is essential. For this one, we were asked to walk and run on a treadmill with a mask on our faces while moving along all heart rate zones. We were told by our instructor that the VO2 Max is none other than one of the top indicators of longevity. The way it was explained to us is that it is the body's engine. The bigger and more efficient the engine, the better you are equipped to handle physical demands, because all areas of your body are receiving oxygen.
It's a pretty cool parameter. And most importantly, now we know our zones, since tracking devices are not always accurate. Here are our results. I have a VO2 Max of 38, and as you can see, these are my zones 1, 2, 3, and 4. Zone 2 is between 126 and 142.
I have a VO2 max of 43 and my zone 2 is between 107 to 144 beats per minute.
Well, now that we have the numbers, I wonder, Toni, what surprised you the most about your results?
Sadly, I was surprised on how little my body fat percentage fell over the last year. Last year, I was recommended to decrease from 29% body fat to 19%. And come December, I thought I would be at least half the way there. I'm also surprised that I lost 2 pounds of muscle during the last year. It's impressive how easy it is to lose muscle when you are on a caloric deficit and not training weights specifically. How about you?
What surprised me the most was my visceral fat results. I'm very glad it's so low, but it's one of those things that you don't think about on a daily basis, so you're not sure how much impact your decisions have on it. But I'm very impressed with it. Excess visceral fat is closely associated with the development of many metabolic issues like cardiovascular disease and even malignancies. What is the result you are most proud of?
After what you said, I'm definitely most proud that I have decreased my visceral fat percentage. I think it was not a huge improvement, but at least it's on the right direction and it's probably the parameter that matters the most.
I'm proud of you too. Mine is my VO2 max, surprisingly. It's not in the elite category, but it's close enough for me, and I'm glad that it's a trainable marker. I do hope to improve it with time and effort. What is one area you will focus on improving?
This year, I want to continue losing weight, but I want to focus more on building muscle at the same time. So I want to lose about 10 to 12 pounds over the next year, and I would like to keep as much muscle as I can. I'm going to be training muscle specifically in the gym 2 times a week over the next year, or at least that's my goal.
That's great. I want to work on reducing my body fat percentage for sure. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it, but I know that it has a lot to do with nutrition and weight training.
We want to thank DexaFit for the impeccable service and guiding information.
As a disclaimer, we are not physiotherapists, and everything we've shown here is simply meant to share the results we got on these tests. They are not meant to be taken as medical advice.
Thank you for your time. Like, subscribe, share the video, and tell us below if you have ever had any of these tests done.
See you in the next one. The Runnies out.